Hey guys, thought I'd shoot this video real quick of my trailer while I got it cleaned out. This is my Wells Cargo trailer that I bought in 07. This thing is actually, I had to double check this when I started shooting this video. I had to go back and look. This is an 07. I've had this thing for 17 years and it's really been fantastic. I've used this thing for everything. It's kind of like a man cave, but mobile. I really like to just hang out in here. You know, when I go and ride, I love hanging out in here after you've been sweating all day on a ride, and you just hang out, drink a cold beer, chill out with your buddies. Or if it's cold out, I put a little one of them portable heaters in here with a propane tank. And then, you know, the race is over, you just sit there and you drink cold beer and you're all warm and toasty in here. It's just, to me, it's one of my favorite places on earth. But I've kept it really nice. I just recently epoxied the floor. I'd recommend, if you're gonna do that, do it when it's brand new. I had put like porch paint on this. Every year I'd repaint it before I'd go to Daytona, and it just wears off. Now, the problem is once you've done that, then you go to epoxy it, it's really hard to get it to stick. So I sanded the whole thing down with 36 grit, and then removed everything and epoxied it. This is actually epoxy on the sides as well. I think next year I may recoat it and give it another one of those because it really sucked it up. But it turned out good, man. And it's got a little bit of grip. It's not slick at all. I just really wanted, when it rained, I didn't want the water to just it lifts the grain out of the wood, and there's no protection from the weather, you know, when it's just painted wood. So I did that, and I really like it. So I made some things in here, a lot of custom stuff, custom made beer holders, put a little S&S sticker on there. And then, of course, this one's got my new favorite, you know, since I don't drink Bud Light anymore, is a Yuengling Flight. This is like Yuengling for, like, not so manly men, but I can't drink too much anymore like I used to. Anyway, I got my my low pressure gauge that goes up to 60, you know, for the dirt bikes. And then I've got this holder here I recently made for my wheel chocks. They slide in from the top, and then it's got a bungee that holds them in place so they don't bounce out. You know, being a single axle, it does get a little bouncy when it's empty. When it's loaded, it rides a lot smoother. But I put you know, your hangers up here for when you're hanging your, you know, changing out your clothes and whatnot. I've got these paper towel holders. You can get these out of McMaster Car, and they really work well with these blue towels. They don't roll off like normally, you know, like you get a lot of these trailer ones. They like to roll off of there. I made these racks here just for holding bungee cords and my my straps. This thing is, I got this so it holds them over when I got them set in here, and then I bungee down because when you're going down the road, these things like to swing out and they beat things up. So I got a little rubber pad here to keep them from beating the wood to death, and then these hold the things in place, and I've got them to where it's like it won't come out. So this thing always is hanging here, and you can just go over and do that. So that's one thing there. It holds quite a few straps. Then I keep a couple chairs in here, and I just bungee them to the side so I can move them in and out if I want to put something bigger in here. And I like to use these rings on here so it's adjustable, you know, and you could put a bunch of chairs in here, just a few. You just move this thing down and then it'll hold more. I keep looks like a milk crate, but dirt bike guys know that's actually a bike stand. You can pop your bike up on top of it. I use it as a trash can because I don't want to carry a bike stand and a trash can. So in the case that I need one of those, my bike has a kickstand now. But in case I need one, you know, I have it, so I could use it if I needed to pull the back wheel off or whatever. But otherwise, it's a trash can, and then I just keep a bunch empty. I keep a bag of trash bags in there, And I bungeed it, I zip tied it to here and bungeed it to the wall so that it doesn't bounce around, and it'll come out real easy if I want to. So that's this trailer also I had set up. I had this built for me, but they put those E-track rails in there, and then I just added these ones down the side before this Daytona trip that me and my buddy Ron took. We can actually put this bike set up, this trailer set up, all right, you can put two Softails in here, but one goes this way forward, and then the other one goes right here. You load it in backwards, and the wheel chock actually goes here. You can see the 3 holes are the holes where I put the wheel chocks at. So all these holes are, you know, they've got studs in from the bottom, or like nuts that are screwed in from the bottom that you can put in or take out any of these things that you want. Like you can see, I've got these wheel chocks from Pit Boss or Pit Posse, and I've always used those for my dirt bikes, and they work really well. I love those things. I did another short video on that. But I can put, if you put these bikes in here sideways, this one here, you can see I've got 3 spots. There's one that will go there, and you can put like a 125 just right here in this corner. This one, another one there, another one there, another one there, and another one there. So you can get 5 bikes in here, and I have done that, and they don't rub against each other. It's hard to believe, but being the way that they're staggered, you can get the bars in there, and they don't hit each other. So I rarely find 5 people on a ride, so I normally keep 1 or 2 of them in here. But I can take these in and out anytime I need. And then I just recently, since I do haul my Harley by itself back and forth occasionally to my house, because I'm at my shop now, I keep this, I have this Pingle thing here that mounts to the floor right there, and that just puts it right in the middle of the trailer. But this thing, I just kind of had it loose for years, but just recently made this mount for it. I welded this cross bracket onto here, so it goes, you know, it'll bolt in to the floor like that. But then when you're done, you can take it and just stick it right back, and then it doesn't need to be fastened down or anything. So it's a little rough in there. So okay, but anyway, I think that thing's pretty cool. So, and then I keep an air pump, you know, that way I don't have to worry about plugging something in or a battery, spare tire, and then I've got my 4-way back there in case I need to take the wheel off. First aid kit. I got a broom in here that just clicks off and on. You can get these clips out of McMaster car, and there's stuff at Home Depot you can get. These were some Pit Pal shelves that I had for, I've had these for since I bought the trailer. And then, which I can't, Pit Pal doesn't even make these anymore. But I had to add these brackets on top because everything would bounce out. They just weren't tall enough. So, and if you see, they've got separators in there on some of them, and then a little bigger area down here. But these work out really well. I like those. This is a snap-on tool clip holder, and I put that up there just for, like, I keep my wrenches here so that I can unbolt stuff from the floor regularly. And then same thing with this. And then just common Allen wrenches. First, when I'm not using these holes, I like to plug them up so that, like if I'm parked in a wooded area, that I don't get a bunch of bugs in here and stuff. I made these things here out of some aluminum pipe that, you know, hold your tape. They almost look like helmet holders, and you could probably make some helmet holders like that. This holds the foot for the front, because when I'm rolling it around here in my shop, I just put a wheel on there, and I like to roll it around the shop because I'm moving it all the time. So that makes it nice to, I can keep it inside and still move it around. And then I've got some more cup holders. These will hold a little bit bigger ones. And then another towel thing up here in the front. I also keep some of my soft ties in here, just in case I want to hold something I care about. So, and then I keep a lot of these rings. You can't have too many of these things. They're really nice to have. But with all the tracking and the stuff through the center of it, it really gives you a lot of options to tie stuff down. But I really like this trailer. It's really super good quality. They didn't give it away. I mean, in 07, I paid almost $6,000 for this thing, which seems kind of crazy because you can, like my buddy bought that trailer. That's a 24-footer. Bought that thing for under $6,000, and we go to Daytona in that as well, depending on how many people we got going. But you know, that 24-foot enclosed is the same price as what I paid for this thing. I've also got, you know, I'm a KTM guy, so I got my KTM sticker on there, and then this is the wheel that I made for the, a good caster to a regular foot stand, and then it rolls around pretty easy. But those wheels generally, they last a couple, 3 years, and then I have to put a new wheel on it just because there's a lot of weight on there, and it can be a little rough on them. I just put new tires on it, but anyway, yeah, this is it, man. I just really like this thing. One feature another one I like is it's got a bar that goes across the back, and this doesn't sound like a big deal, but it's really convenient because you just go up and it's done. You don't have to go to both sides. It just locks into one spot. You don't have to mess with it, you know. And I like that part of it. So it's got the seamless sides. There's no, or not seamless, but rivetless sides. And so it's got a clean look, and it's easy to take care of that way. And I do occasionally, every 1 or 2 years, I will buff it just to clean up some of the stuff that's off of it. So anyway, I thought I'd show you just because I really like this thing, man, and I like hanging out here and drinking a couple beers. So anyway, signing out.